So that thumbnail picture, I chose that for a reason, because about 2 to 3 years ago, that simply, my friends, was not happening. There would have been lightning bolts going off of my knees. I had major knee issues, and I could barely perform a freaking bodyweight lunge for my clients. And so how are we here? Well, a lot of this has come from the isometric training and the isomax and iso chain work I've been doing over the years, essentially recumping and re-strengthening up my knees from all the damage that it has taken over the course of years of training. All right, but let's talk about our connective tissues and why isometric training has been such a saving grace for not only myself, but many other practitioners who really take this method of training seriously. Let's start with, what are our connective tissues? So our connective tissue is an essential component of the human body that connects and supports different tissues and organs. It plays a crucial role in maintaining the body's structural integrity and providing support for muscles and joints. Connective tissues includes tendons, ligaments, cartilage, and fascia, among others. Tendons connect muscles to bones, while ligaments connect bones to each other, providing stability and preventing excessive movement. Cartilage is a flexible and durable tissue that covers the ends of bones, providing cushioning and shock absorption. And that's usually why we find with a lot of older practitioners, I know I've trained older clients, that they are now bone on bone because the cartilage has worn away just through years of wear and tear. They've lost the shock absorption. And fascia is a connective tissue that surrounds and separates muscles and other internal organs, providing support and structure. To strengthen connective tissue, it is important to engage in exercises that promote collagen synthesis, which is a vital component of connective tissue. Now, collagen is a fibrous protein that provides tensile strength and structural support to the connective tissue. The best way to stimulate collagen synthesis is through isometric exercise, which involves static contractions of the muscle without any joint movement. Now, why isometric exercises? Well, we know that isometric exercises create a high level of tension within the muscle fibers, stimulating the production of collagen and other connective tissue proteins. Moreover, isometric exercises are low impact and can be performed without the need for equipment, making them very convenient and an accessible form of resistance training for literally anyone of any fitness level. Some specific isometric exercises that can help strengthen connective tissue include wall sits, planks, and any type of static hold. Wall sits involve leaning against the wall in a seated position, holding a contraction for a set amount of time. Planks involve holding a static contraction of the core and the other muscles while maintaining a straight posture. And any other type of static holds involve holding a weight or resistance band in a fixed position without any movement, so that's more yielding. And then we have our overcoming isometric training, which is pushing or pulling against an immovable object for X amount of seconds and really focusing on maximal muscle fiber recruitment. I'm a logic guy, okay, but I'm also a story guy. So if someone just keeps throwing numbers at me, like, I get the science of it, but I want to know if, it's not just good on paper. I mean, of course it would be, also in real life if it's scientifically proven, right? Kind of, is that called a paradox? You guys know what I'm talking about. But we want to hear some stories, man. We're people. We need to know that it's working with us, all right? And so I can tell you guys about mine, and that my knees they were just at a bad place, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, and they are just absolutely great now. Sometimes I have like a little bit of stiffness in them, but before there was no stiffness, guys. Listen, I told you guys from the beginning, I'm freaking transparent. It wasn't stiffness, it was pain. It was freaking pain. Alright? And we have just come a long way. And some of my clients have mentioned that too. They had elbow tendonitis, which is another common joint flare-up gone. I actually used to have that in my left arm. I just kind of instinctually did that because that's where I had it. Gone. Haven't dealt with that in now 3 years. Okay, a lot of the bicep curls and a lot of the overhead tricep extensions on the Isomax over time is just gone. It's just great. And the reasoning behind that is because my connective tissues, in addition to the muscle getting stronger, but my connective tissues have gotten stronger. They're able to handle more. Isometric exercises are really effective for strengthening those connective tissues because they create such a high level of muscular tension without any joint or movement, which allows for the targeted activation of the muscles and connective tissues without causing excessive stress or strain to the joints. In addition to that, isometric exercises can be used to strengthen those specific areas of the body. Like, for example, another common area that tends to be injury prone is the rotator cuff muscles or the muscles around the knee joint, which was my issue, and they're prone to injury. Now, I want to take a minute and talk to us about mechanical abrasion. Okay, now, what is mechanical abrasion? It's important to know moving forward. Mechanical abrasion is a process that occurs when two surfaces rub against each other, causing wear and tear to the tissues involved. In the context of fitness, mechanical abrasion refers to the damage caused to joints and other tissues due to repetitive movements and impact during exercises. You guys can probably see where I'm going with this. Dynamic movement, which involves continuous and repetitive movement of joints, can cause mechanical abrasion and damage to the tissues over time, of course, and is, a course of years. This is because dynamic movements involve constant impact and friction between the joint surfaces, leading to wear and tear of the articular cartilage, synovial fluid, and other tissues involved in joint movement, like we had talked about a couple minutes ago. Articular cartilage is a connective tissue that covers the ends of bones, providing cushioning and shock absorption during joint movement. Synovial fluid is a lubricant that helps reduce friction between the joint surfaces, allowing for smooth and pain-free movement. However, the constant impact and friction caused by dynamic movements can cause damage to the articular cartilage and synovial fluid, again over time, leading to joint pain, stiffness, and even arthritis long term. Now, in contrast, isometric exercises involve static contractions of the muscle without any joint movement, which is going to reduce the risk of mechanical abrasion and damage to the joint tissue. Isometric exercises create tension within the muscle fibers without causing any impact or friction between the joint surfaces just due to the nature of it, making them a safer and more sustainable form of exercises long term. It's also why they can help with improving joint stability and preventing injuries by strengthening the muscles and connective tissues around the joint. Stronger muscles and connective tissues can help absorb shock and reduce the impact on the joint surfaces, thereby reducing the risk of mechanical abrasion and long-term damage. And lastly, I just want to cover this as well. Isometric exercises can be used to promote active recovery and prevent injuries. And there's a reason why physical therapists usually go to isometrics to rehabilitate someone when they've been in an accident or they've had some type of injury that, whether acute or chronic, that needs to be healed and strengthened to perform our ADLs, which stand for activities of daily living. Okay, and I know that I've had clients that I've trained in the past that they tell me what they do in their physical therapy sessions, and I'm like, it's isometrics, man, and it's just so effective at developing strength. It's just a tried and true method. By engaging in isometric exercises, we can increase the blood flow to the muscles and connective tissue, promoting the delivery of nutrients and oxygen to the tissues. This can help reduce inflammation and promote healing, allowing individuals to recover more quickly from injuries. Now, connective tissue is a vital component to our bodies. It provides support and structure to different tissues and organs. To strengthen connective tissues, it's important to engage in these type of exercises that promote collagen synthesis, such as isometric exercises, as they create the high level of tension within the muscle fibers required, stimulating the production of collagen and other connective tissue proteins. My personal recommendation, this is as a fitness trainer, do both dynamic and static. All right. And the reason I say that is because with mechanical abrasion, all right, the higher the forces and the higher the loads, like in the thumbnail, right, that's a lot of load. I'm not going to be doing that weight when I'm like 60 years old. Like, it's just why? Why? No. But I will be pushing as hard as freaking humanly possible statically, because I can get all the benefits without the risk with the isometric method of training and get a lot of myofibrillars. So I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of size in my older age and swap it and go dense. It's going to be a lot of muscular density. If you haven't seen our video on muscular density and isometric exercise and why Bruce Lee had such dense muscles, here's the link right here. Go ahead and check that out, guys. But what are your thoughts? Go ahead and comment down below. If this was new to you, drop a like. Thanks for watching. If you're not yet part of the squad, hit that subscribe button. Come join the squad with us. We'll see you next video. Peace.